What's up you guys, and welcome back to the Crude Crypto YouTube channel. And today is another exciting day because Bitcoin is back above $20,000 and is trying to close its daily candle within 5 hours. In this video I'll be showing you all the possible scenarios and which are most likely in my opinion. I'll be doing a broad analysis using RSI, Fibonacci, my own bull buy indicator and data science models. After reclaiming the 20-day moving average, which is a short-term bullish support band, Bitcoin broke the $20,000 horizontal resistance line of the ascending triangle. This would give a breakout target using this pattern of around $22,500. Using short-term Fibonacci, we can see that we are currently finding resistance around the 1.618 Fibonacci retracement, which is a common retrace target for price action. After breaking the 1.618 Fibonacci extension, the following Fibonacci targets are around the 22.8 to $23,000. If we zoom out and take a look at the more long-term Fibonacci retracement targets, we can set the first one by doing the complete retrace, having a first target at around $26.2 thousand $, which is a lot higher than we currently are. And for the second move, we can do this, which gives a target of around the $25,000 range. This already shows that Bitcoin doesn't have a lot of resistance at this point. As I also explained in my first video, after breaking the all-time high, Bitcoin is in price discovery mode. And therefore Bitcoin can move up very quickly because there's no historic price action and therefore also no historic resistance levels. If we take a look at the RSI for the past 10 years, we can see that Bitcoin is still finding resistance at this downsloping resistance RSI line. Historically, we can see that after we reach this line, we get a rejection or a correction to the downside. We can see that this repeated in history many times. If we currently also can't break this downsloping resistance line, I do expect a correction or more sideways action to be the most likely in the coming future. However, if we take a look at the short term, we can see that Bitcoin perfectly found resistance at this line for 2 times and then broke it. And now we're currently already breaking this line. It would be very interesting to see if we can find support on this line or just break it, since this has never happened in the past before. If we manage to break this line, I do suspect that we can see RSI levels of around 90, corresponding with the local tops of the previous cycle. If we take a look at my own bull buy indicator, we can see that we are still seeing orange levels and also finding resistance at this orange downsloping resistance level. The orange color generally means better or the same buying opportunities in the future. As we can see, historically, the orange color is often followed by a stark correction, as you can see. After we see the orange color, we see a little green dot on the indicator, showing that we have an ultimate buying opportunity. The second downsloping resistance line is the red downsloping resistance line, which indicates the overall market top. As we can see, we still have a lot of room to grow before this indicator would suggest that. This chart is the net transfer volume from or to exchanges. At 0 you can see the black line, which means that the inflows and outflows on exchanges are equal. If we take a look at the current time, we can see that there are still Bitcoin flowing out of exchanges. This normally explains that people are getting more bullish on Bitcoin and therefore they are taking it off of the exchanges and putting it in their own wallets or their own hardware wallets. Normally when we see these big inflows to exchanges, this means that people are ready to sell their Bitcoin. If too much Bitcoin flows out of exchanges, this means that price can rise much faster due to the low amount of liquidity. This chart therefore also shows much confidence of the Bitcoin holders with the current price. This is the 1-year hodl wave indicator. And this indicator shows the percentage amount of Bitcoin which hasn't moved in 1 year. Normally we see during accumulative bull market phases that the 1-year hodl wave stays around the 60%. After we see a decline of the hodl wave, the price increases exponentially. This is because people think that the price is overextended and therefore are less confident and want to sell their Bitcoin. Currently we saw during our accumulative bull market that we reached a percentage of around 63%. This is a few percentages higher than the previous cycle. Every cycle this percentage gets a bit higher because every cycle Bitcoin are lost and therefore they are not moved. With the current increase in price, we are seeing that the hodl wave is also declining. But as you can see, we still have a lot of room to go before we could call a market top. This tweet of Glassnode concerned me a little bit. In this picture, Glassnode showed that around 95 million US dollars of Bitcoin of shorts were liquidated. This forces the short positions to buy back Bitcoin, resulting in a short squeeze which pushes the price higher. This questions how organic this move was. If people get too confident at these price levels, this could mean that more longs are opened and therefore a long squeeze could happen where the Bitcoin price would drop because of the long squeeze. If Bitcoin would drop, we are all looking at the 20-week moving average, the red line on the chart. Currently, the 20-week moving average is around 13.8 thousand US dollars. If we draw a fib retracement from the bottom, from when we left the 20-week moving average to the top, and I also like to draw it a little bit higher, showing more confluence between the lines, we get the Fibonacci retracement showing the common retrace levels of where I would accumulate Bitcoin. If my bull buy indicator would show a green signal, I personally would definitely buy. If you want me to keep you updated with my bull buy indicator, please subscribe to the channel. In my video of 26th of November, I also talked about how much Bitcoin was in the hands of publicly traded companies. On the 26th of November, we saw that 4% all Bitcoin are in the hands of the publicly traded companies. 22 days later, another half of a percentage of the total Bitcoin circulating supply is in the hands of the publicly traded companies. This shows a lot of institutional interest and greatly increases the sentiment around Bitcoin because more popular companies are getting bullish on Bitcoin, which people trust, and therefore they also more easily trust Bitcoin. Interestingly enough, the retail hasn't caught up yet. If we take a look at the Google search volume, we can see that in 2017, with the Bitcoin bubble of when Bitcoin was 20,000 US dollar, we saw an immense peak of Bitcoin search volume on Google. However, currently we are only at 15% of the search volume of 2017. This indicates that the retail still has to buy in, and the next FOMO wave still has to happen. Because of the bullish Bitcoin sentiment and immense Bitcoin buying by institutions, I think bullish or sideways price action is most likely. During these times of mass printing, Bitcoin's fundamentals haven't been greater. However, just as my bull buy indicator predicted, we are really overextended of the 20-week moving average, the red line on the chart. Therefore, a correction is always in the cards. Because of this, I always have my limit orders ready, and I also remember to take profits along the way. This is my personal opinion and not financial advice. By breaking the all-time high, Bitcoin has shown immense strength. I'm extremely bullish and optimistic for the long term. I will further elaborate my opinion in a future video. Therefore, be sure to be subscribed to this channel and leave a like on this video. If you have any ideas, discussion or opinions on my videos, please leave a comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.